And now, we've come to the portion of our show where we have to ask, what just happened? We can't believe it either, but let's take a look back at the insanity that was this week and look ahead to what will make us facepalm next week. This is What Just Happened on the Dean Obeidallah Show. Take it away, Dean.
And welcome back, Dean Obeidallah Show. We're live right here, and I'm laughing because I'm reading what Trump said about Nancy Pelosi, and it's just, Trump's a dick. So very happy to have two great people in studio. Michele Laikowski, improviser, singer, producer of the Jenny McCarthy Show. If you listen to the Jenny McCarthy Show on SiriusXM, you could hear her on all the time. She's also a mom. You still have the podcast?
I have a podcast called Never Tell Your Stories, and I'm also, since we're plugging, why the fuck not?
Sure.
Am I allowed to swear?
You have to now.
Just kind of late
We're
now.
done.
Shit.
We just lost the show.
I'm so fucking sorry. I am so fucking sorry.
We are so off the air. We're done. We just got canceled. Thank you, Michele. It was our last show. Great to be here. Michele Laikowski.
You and WPLJ are just
PLJ gone now. It's like Christian Sharia law channel. So what were you going to plug?
So I'm running the Chicago Marathon, and I'm raising money for I already raised for St. Jude's. Now my husband's running New York Marathon, and he's doing it, and since I have a platform and he doesn't, Stan Laikowski, he's doing Tackle Kids Cancer, but I do these runs. They're called dick runs, so they're in the shape of a dick on a map, and people donate money through my Venmo, and I put it in my husband's Tackle Kid Cancer, or you can donate through my at Mo Laikowski. It's in my bio on Instagram. And I've been running I've raised over $500 so far, running in the shape of dicks. I'll show you. And you will
show you.
Why did you pick the shape of a penis? Why that?
Why not?
I cleared it up. I like how you did that.
Well, I mean,
why'd you make it so phallic?
It was because cancer can suck a dick.
Interesting. And now we also have Wali Collins. It's very funny comedian.
Really? You're gonna do that to me?
Let him in. You've seen him running.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Yeah.
You've seen running. Wali running in the shape of a penis on many occasions. Usually, some people call it serpentine, but he calls it penis running, and it's Wali Collins here. It's
Dick
over.
runs, guys.
It's over. And Shelley Wright was here last week. It just lost my mind. We had a similar thing where it didn't go in that conversation. Talking about what crazy talk. So Wali, welcome back, my friend.
Hey, I love this show. I love coming back, and it's always interesting.
It is. Well, Michelle's very interesting.
Yes.
And she's worked with Jenny McCarthy, and that's a whole different story, and
Right.
a lot of fun stuff. That's a fun show, though, right? That's more.
It's really fun. Yeah.
It's a hardcore politics right now. It's not at all. It's not politics at all.
We're
Is it
right
pop
wing.
culture? The whole thing.
You're right wing.
It's on Patreon now. It's on the right wing channel. Is it all family or is it all pop culture? Or it's a
Oh
mix?
God, no. There's family. I would never ever
Subject family to listen to that.
No, yeah. It's pop culture. It's self-help. It's Jenny McCarthy. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, so okay, let's talk about. I'm going to read the tweet Donald Trump sent today. This is completely true. I'm not exaggerating. And maybe if any of you speak stupid, you can translate this because I'm not even sure I'm not even kidding. I don't know what it means. The first part I get, he goes, for all of the money we are spending, NASA should not, all caps, be talking about going to the moon. We did that 50 years ago. They should be focused on much bigger things we are doing, including Mars, parentheses, of which the moon is a part, close parentheses, defense and science. It's like slamming, defense, science, Mars. What does this mean?
It's like he wrote it and then he made a sandwich. And then came back oh yeah, and another, you know what I mean?
Throw in defense and science. You got to sound smart there. Like he's sitting there with his son. Okay, put defense and science. I like it. Put it in there. So how is this sentence is the stunner. They should be focused on the much bigger things we are doing, including Mars, of which the moon is a part, defense and science.
wait a minute, the moon's a part of what? Of the beginning of the sentence?
Yes.
This is the same sentence. There's not even a period. They should be focused on much bigger things we are doing, including Mars, of which the moon is a part, comma, defense and science, exclamation point. I mean, literally, I'm reading this crazy.
Maybe
this guy's the president.
Maybe he meant moon pie. Maybe,
Oh, who doesn't love a good moon pie?
There you go. See how serious it got? See, yeah.
Does he think the moon is part of Mars, or Mars has a moon, or this is just lumping all space together? Mars, moon, all of you guys, Uranus, you're all there, and boom, I got this. And defense and science. The guy denies science every day when denying climate change.
Yes, but now
here's science, exclamation point. Any idea what this is about?
No, because the three of us, are pretty intelligent people, and we're trying to dumb it down. We're trying to actually get it as dumb as we possibly can. We're actually putting grammar. We're putting commas or periods or whatever, parentheses, to even make sense of that. It's like a math equation. Do you multiply first or do you add?
This makes no... Michele, with all your years of working on deciphering...
Well, I think that something on Fox triggered him because they were like, hey, we've done the moon. We don't need to do that again.
Think bigger, Trump.
Like, you know what? We did do the moon. I love the moon. It's right next to Mars. I don't know.
Included.
I mean, like...
Mama, make Mars great again? No, you need a G. Make some kind of make Mars mugga. Mugga. All right, so nobody knows. It was trending. It went viral on Twitter.
Was great.
People are like, what the hell is going on? A lot of people had a lot of fun with it. Still don't understand. And I know to Trump supporters, it doesn't matter. He can be as dumb as he wants to be, but...
he's as dumb as he wants to be.
All right, so let's talk about...
Maybe dumber.
So fascinating.
He could be dumber. Alec Baldwin announced today, I'll read a little, he said that they asked him if he's going to return to SNL, and he goes, I feel like I'm done with that now. I am so done with that, he adds. It was also something I thought to myself, I really don't have a lot invested in my Trump impersonation, so please find someone else and convince Lorne Michaels to replace me. I'm completely down with that. And winning the Emmy for the show aside, it was not some career goal of mine. So Alec Baldwin, who said it before, but this time seems really clear that he might leave SNL. Is it good? You think that it is? I mean, have you watched many of the cold opens this year or no?
I've had to listen to them on our show.
Sure.
I can't stay up late. Come on, guys. I think that he served his purpose, and I also think we hit I'm not a part of their team. I'm sorry. Right. So I am saying they hit it over the head so hard that at one point I was just like, just shut up.
Yeah,
just
we get
stop
it.
it.
We get it.
It was funny.
Yeah.
He is an idiot.
Right.
We are all on the same page here.
But it just kills me too that Alec Baldwin was so good at it that we just give Trump more fuel.
Yeah.
He gets like more attention. You know what I mean? I'm suggesting, Lord Michaels listening to me, a different celebrity each week. Doing like Keanu Reeves, like when you know what I mean.
Oh,
you know what I mean. And so it will be just
surprise. People don't know who
Hillary Clinton.
Oh my God.
Mr. Sulu,
George
Takei, right?
George Takei.
Yeah, Takei.
George, don't correct me. You son of a bitch. This is my
But
show.
I think
I'm the king of mispronunciation. This is what I do.
But I think that will be interesting, and instead of trying to find one actor to be Trump.
I think they have one, and it's Anthony.
Tamar Mama. What's his name? Matt Anthony Temniak.
I'm Googling.
From Comedy Central. No,
his impersonation.
Daryl Hammond did it. I worked at SNL for 7 or 8 seasons, and Daryl was there doing Trump. And Daryl can do anything. In fact, Alex said maybe Daryl can do it, but maybe they're going to find a newer, younger cast member to come in and do it now, who can do Trump and have a different way.
I'm pulling for Anthony. I just want to say that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I'm pulling for Keenan. I want Keenan.
You want Keenan?
He can do anything.
Keenan can. I want to play the SNL that drove Trump so crazy that he tweeted. This was during the campaign in October 2016 when he wanted the show canceled. This was a time when this was so stunning. I'm like, the guy running for president wants to cancel a comedy show for mocking him. Now, he's continued to do this, but this is what he tweeted. Watch Saturday Night Live, hit job on me. Time to retire the boring and unfunny show. Alec Baldwin portrayal stinks. Media rigging election. Science. Defense. Mars.
It's all becoming clear now. See, it's all
but let me play.
It's the same tweet for like the last 3 years.
It's just science, defense. Here, I want to play from that cold open of SNL, which prompted this next day, this tweet. And I went through and I watched the whole thing, and I think this honestly was props the minute that pissed him off. It's hard to say, but clip number 8.
Mr. Trump, we received a lot of questions online about the audio tape that was released last week of you bragging about sexually assaulting women.
Listen, what I said is nothing compared to what Bill Clinton has done, okay? He has abused women, and Martha Anderson, hold on to your nips and your nuts. Because 4 of those women are here tonight, 4 of them.
Wait, I'm sorry, who's here? Mistresses? Bill, how could you? How will I go on with the debate? No, I'll never be able to remember my facts and figures now. Oh, Donald, no!
Get real. I'm made of steel. This is nothing. Hi, girls.
Martha, she is trying to silence these women, but they need to be respected. They need their voices heard.
What about all the women accusing you of sexual assault?
They need to shut the hell up.
So that may have been the part, because I was watching it, what really got under his skin. And because the Access Hollywood tape had just come out.
Yeah.
And obviously, I should have mentioned that was Kate McKinnon playing Hillary Clinton in that, who was great and did his stuff. But Trump got so mad, and he did a lot of other tweets about Alec Baldwin attacking him. And the only thing that troubles me, Alec can leave when he wants. I just don't want Trump to take credit for this, because
I mean,
he will.
He will.
That's the problem.
Without a doubt.
That's the problem. Like, he will. Because a year ago at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, when Michelle Wolf did the comedy, and then he tweeted afterwards, retire the comedy. He actually said retire it. And then the White House Correspondents Association got rid of the comedian.
Yes.
He felt like he had won, and he's waging a war on comedy.
Oh, this is so...
So that's what upsets me. If somehow he goes like, Baldwin's gone, I did that, boom, or something like that.
And as you can see, I that was me when I did that. You know?
that sounded way too intelligent, but okay.
Sorry.
Well, do you think that, I mean, look, how much does political comedy in the time of Trump, does it matter? Is he a caricature where nothing matters? Or do you think it actually reaches some people? Like, and I will say this, like Leslie Jones, that's her name, Leslie Jones, right? Who was on SNL. The last show of the year, I played a clip where she talked about the Alabama laws, right? The laws that prevent women from controlling their own bodies. And, you know, people think like everyone follows it. They don't. And that thing went viral. So a lot of younger people saw her talk about it in Weekend Update, and these guys want to oppress women. And I'm sure that's really important. But I wonder if the cold opens with, when you're playing Trump, does it matter anymore? Politically or comedically, does it move the needle at all?
It makes me nervous. Well, not even nervous, kind of like sad that we're at a point now where we can mock our president. It's not even mocking him, it's basically repeating him, and it's such vile and such a disgrace and so embarrassing that we're like numb to it. You know, I mean, that should be something that we all should be concerned about. Like, this is our president. This is our representation for the world.
Well, like you said, in 2016, he said, let's get rid of a television show on Twitter, and we were horrified. And what did he say 2019 today? You know, like, it's so much further. We're so far away from Kennedy. You know, like, remember when Bobby Kennedy especially, like, I know that he didn't make it, but like, he died this week, or he was
anniversary.
He died this week?
He didn't. It took him a long time.
Wow.
Nobody knew that.
He was a hang-oner. Okay.
Yeah.
Was June 4th?
Yeah, I think it was.
68.
But like the speeches that he would give, like, where are those Americans, and why aren't, I mean, I think Hillary Clinton was one of them, but we're going to talk about it, I know, and I'm so sorry to move to it, but like...
Ding, ding, we're moving next topic. What is it?
The Joe
Scarborough.
Saying that...
we'll play the speech.
That speech is like 12 years long.
We're not going to play the speech.
We're
going to play the response to the speech.
Please. But listening to that speech specifically and them touting it as something to be admired is horrifying.
Yeah.
And look what Trump said today about Nancy Pelosi, not just calling her nervous Nancy, but this is the president. As much as it's vile, and I hate to say that, he is the president. Talking about the Speaker of the House, the third-ranking person in our government, the highest-ranking Democrat, saying she's a disgrace to herself and her family. I mean, to say that about the Speaker, disgrace to herself and her family, and... it's unreal. And then he goes on to like investigate the investigator. So you're right. We've come from that thing in October 2016 when Trump said cancel SNL. I wrote about it for CNN. The article blew up. Everyone was writing about it. People were I was on Good Morning America talking about it. They're like, can you believe this? And I said, no. Yeah, I wrote this article. And so many people. Now he's done it a bunch of times afterwards. People are like, he's normalized truly stuff that should not be normalized. It's beyond the pale.
How do we go
and
back?
Unacceptable.
The bar is so low right now, and it's going to go lower.
Right.
You know, and here's the scary thing. It's going to go lower, and we're going to be like, oh, he's at it again. You know, not like, can you believe, like, you know, we're not going to be up in arms. We're going to be like, oh, here we go. We went along.
Well, he landed in the UK on Monday, and he tweeted that people should boycott AT&T because of their parent company for CNN to change CNN's coverage of him. That's what I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
And
I didn't hear that
I
one.
interviewed Jim Sciutto for Salon the next day. He goes, we don't even care anymore. CNN doesn't
Right.
care. AT&T doesn't care. But we should care.
We
You should be
should
like, this is
100%.
insane. The president's
This is the
saying
president.
to change coverage because he doesn't like negative coverage. He wants to put an American company out of business.
That
'cause he doesn't like the
is
coverage.
lock him up material.
Lock him up. I like that. So
That's catchy.
we're going to talk about it now because when we come back, we're going to talk about okay, when we come back, let's talk about lock him up. And then we're going to get into how ridiculous that speech was and the praising from everyone, from Tom Brokaw to Jim Acosta.
Not Tom Brokaw.
He praised him.
No.
Joe Scarborough, others. It's just so Hillary Clinton came out and loved him for it. It was remarkable. Let's take a break. Come back with our friend Wali
not
and
my
Michelle. Right
girl.
now. No, they didn't. Let's be right
Oh,
back.
God.
The Dean Obeidallah Show.
I think Trump clips that they play on the media should come with a health warning saying that if you watch this, you'll get dumber. Never has somebody said so much stupid in so little time as Donald Trump does.
SiriusXM Progress.
Your entire week's exhausted news broken down into one hilarious hour. What Just Happened is now live with Dean Obeidallah.
And welcome back to the Obeidallah Show. We're live right here with Michele Laikowski and comedian Wali Collins.
Ho.
Hey, everybody. So, Michelle and Wally, I want to. I got to play a Colbert joke from last night, which helps us get into Sean Hannity, because it's sort of like it's like, here's the Colbert with the Hannity chaser. Let's go to Colbert, and it's about what Nancy Pelosi said. By the way, listen to the audience organically cheering. They're not laughing, they're cheering when Colbert says what Pelosi said. I love this part. Clip 2, please.
The president is, of course, facing his own battles back home. Yesterday, House Democratic leaders met in private to talk about the possibility of impeachment, and things got heated between Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and House Judiciary Chairman and proud father of 2 wonderful chairs, Jerry
picture of him
Nadler,
holding chair.
Congressman Nadler wants to launch an impeachment inquiry against Trump, but Pelosi turned him down, responding, "I don't want to see him impeached. I want to see him in prison."
Now, listen to how long this cheer goes. And it goes on and on. People going crazy.
Okay, but why do we have to choose? I don't.
But here, Trump's impact on our psyche too, is that years ago, if you would have said put your political opponent in prison, you're like, that's crazy, right? But now, because of Trump and lock her up, I think we're all on board with that too. So here's Sean Hannity. This is last night. This is not a joke. This is Sean Hannity responding to that comment by Nancy Pelosi. Here's clip 3.
Even impeaching Trump apparently is not enough. And Speaker Pelosi now apparently telling senior Democrats she'd like to see Trump behind bars. Based on no actual crime, she wants a political opponent locked up in prison. That happens in banana republics, beyond despicable behavior. And by the way, they would literally turn, in many ways, the USA into a country we would no longer recognize. Constitutional republic,
right.
equal justice under the law,
so
equal application of our laws.
There's Sean Hannity, upset suggestion of putting your political opponent in prison. And of course, here, and I want to play from that debate that I played the SNL one. Here's the real debate, and here's Trump. Here's clip number 4.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
And then, of course, here's clip number 5, just to remind everyone, we all know, and this is one example of so many. Clip 5.
Lock her up. That's right.
That's Michael Flynn.
Yeah,
who's
that's
going to jail.
right.
The irony, that's Michael Flynn who's going to prison. The irony of that. So, all right, so stop. So we all know about, everybody knows about this. There's so many examples. For Hannity to say that, I don't understand, because he's not a moron. I disagree with him, but he's not an idiot. He knows his history. He's been at the rallies where they're yelling, lock her up. So for him to say Pelosi wants to make it a banana republic with a lock him up, how do you say that with a straight face, knowing exactly Trump's complete history? And everyone is calling out everywhere. Do you think he's doing it like Trump just to get people to talk about him at this point? Is that what, or is there something else going? They're just gaslighting? I mean, what's up?
Wait, you say Hannity saying that?
Yeah, well, Hannity said last night, and he's been at the rallies where they're cheering lock her up.
Right. Yeah.
So he knows it's almost, and he said it completely straight-faced. He knows it's a joke. It's beyond irony. So I'm trying to say is, why take a step back? Why would he do that? Because Trump sometimes lies to distract, to get us to fact check and talk about him. Is that where Hannity is? Is he copying Trump just so every channel, CNN, MS, are all talking about Hannity? Can you believe what he said? It was such a layup. It's such a gimme to call this out. It's so easy. Yeah, why do it? I mean, what's the point?
It's getting ratings, man. It's getting ratings. It's just, this guy,
Right.
Hannity is not stupid. Look, people at Fox are not stupid. They
Exactly.
know what they're doing.
Right.
This is calculated. This is so calculated. Now you're talking about them.
Exactly.
You're talking.
That's my point. Is that what you think this was?
Exactly.
Just simply, I'm going to say something
Exactly.
so easy to fact check, but everyone will talk about it because I'm Hannity.
Right.
And they'll fact.
And then he'll find some way to spin it, or he'll find some way to
He's
kind
the
of like
victim.
parlay
I'm the
it to
victim.
to parlay it to something else. But you know what? You're going to be listening to him. And that's not the first time. There's, I can't quote anything else, but I could if I get on my phone.
No.
All right, but I can
guarantee
guarantee you that he's definitely said something that's contradictory, hypocritical to what he said before.
Right.
But it's getting ratings. It's making money. That's the whole point of this country, of getting how you are successful, is make money, and he's doing that.
Michelle, you think it's just about that, or something else?
Oh, I agree. He's not stupid.
Right.
But it's like the mother of, there's a mom and a dad, and the dad is abusing the children, but the mother is saying, no, it's not happening. I think that Sean is maybe.
Really, you think? That's
I think that there's so much. Is it cognitive dissonance?
Yes, that's
happening
a term
in this country right now that I think we have stopped seeing. It's /gaslighting / cognitive dissonance, where we're just like, it's not happening. We're not doing that. That's not happening. I don't know that. I think I like your theory on Sean too, but I think that there's a lot of shit going on through the media, through whatever, to just allow this man to keep doing. I don't know why we're here. Why are we here?
And Fox News is right across the street from us. Literally, like,
Yes.
if you look through the glass windows outside the studio, you can see it. And every night I look up, and there's Hannity's little studio. I can see the lights. I just want to throw something up there, like Kennedy, like to throw the truth up there. I don't know what to say. Look,
they don't care about the truth.
No, they don't.
No.
And they've given themselves up.
And I think that's so dangerous because people, look at TV and what's on that TV, people will die for that because they believe whatever they see on that television.
Yeah.
And they'll argue. Where'd you hear that? I saw it on Fox. I saw it on CNN. I saw it on MSNBC. But people believe, because back in the day when Walter Cronkite and Dan Rather, they get up there and say whatever. Well, this is... what he's saying is real, and so that tradition, but that's not it anymore.
We lost fact.
Yeah, we lost. It's all about making money now, and so if you're gonna state facts, people are going to be like, well,
that's boring,
right? So we have to stir it. We got to stir it up. And it's working. It is working so well. And I just shake my head, and I talk to my friends from other countries, and they said all other countries are pointing at America like, really, you guys are just really this is how far you're going, and you're letting this go.
2019.
Yeah, this is what your country's all about now.
This is where we are. All right, let's take a break. We're gonna come back with our friends Wali and Michele and talk about. We'll play a little game. Guess who said it? And then we'll talk about another issue, which was Trump's speech and this praise, which is all interrelated to what you're saying, and the idea that the media really does want him to win. Let's take a quick break, come back with more of the Dean Obeidallah Show. Progressive values are the best of American values, and we need to keep fighting for them to save our country.
Don't go anywhere. This is the Dean Obeidallah Show on Sirius XM Progress 127.
You're listening to What Just Happened with everyone's favorite host, Dean Obeidallah.
I'm everyone's favorite host, folks. And welcome back to the show hosted by everyone's favorite host, Dean Obidala. We're here with our friend Michele Laikowski and Wali Collins. Now it's time for the game within a game.
Now it's time for America's newest game show sensation. Guess who's at it?
All right, these are actual quotes from the news this week. And as Wally knows, Michele might remember, I give you 4 clues. Every time you get it wrong, we cut a finger off. All right, let's play. Here we go. These are actual quotes. I'll give you 4 options. And it makes me feel better the more you get wrong. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
here we go.
Yes,
you're going to love me.
It's good radio when you get it wrong.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. This is regarding D-Day, a quote. Now you might think that such a day and such a setting would compel an American president to resist from engaging in petty politics on this day. But you would be wrong. Who said that? Wolf Blitzer, Jake Tapper, Ali Velshi, or Chris Cuomo?
Cuomo.
That's your guess?
I thought it was Ali.
That's what you're going to go with?
Wrong.
Both? Both wrong. Jake Tapper.
All right, Jake.
Oh, I swear to God,
Michele, that buzz was bad.
I double clutched on. All right, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go with my first instinct.
Here we go. All right,
You're
let's
terrible.
go.
Yeah.
No, come on. There's a lot of prizes involved here.
Okay.
We didn't have the divisions with Europe that we have now. America is less respected in Europe than at any time in post-war history. Stephanie Ruhle, Brian Williams, Andrea Mitchell, or Mika Brzezinski. We didn't have these divisions. America less respected in Europe any time since post-war history. Stephanie Ruhle, Andrea Mitchell, Brian Williams, Mika Brzezinski. A lot of MS people here.
I'm just gonna blindly guess because I
Go ahead, blindly guess.
Give me the 4 again.
Stephanie Ruhle, Andrea Mitchell, Brian Williams, Mika Brzezinski.
Stephanie Ruhle.
I'm going to go with Mika just because her boyfriend, said something good about Trump. So someone has to go, nope? Okay.
Andrea Mitchell. I'm sorry. These
really?
Wow.
Oh, we gotta.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
They're enjoying it because Lauren came up with this, and then Matt's got the sound effects, so they're enjoying this more than I am.
Oh man.
I'm actually feeling sorry for you two at this point. I'm rooting
you
for
know
you to
what?
get one right.
We're getting it wrong. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So you can play your
did
little
for you.
sound effects.
Right, here we go. Another one.
Well, wait. Who was it? Who's that?
Andrea Mitchell.
Okay.
All right. Question. What do you call a threat by federal prosecutors to seek an indictment of the president and subsequent plea negotiations? Answer. A prosecution of the president. Who said that? Andrew Napolitano, B. Chris Wallace, C. Joe Scarborough, D. Gerald Nadler. Question. What do you call a threat by federal prosecutors to seek an indictment of the president and subsequent plea negotiations? Answer. A prosecution of the president. Napolitano, Chris Wallace, Joe Scarborough, Jerry Nadler.
Joe Scarborough.
Is this a knock-knock joke? I'm going to go with Nadler because, again, I don't know any of these.
Joe, I'm going Joe.
How
is that possible that we're getting the
book? At this point, I'm going to write the answer down and slip it to you. Just to get one of them right.
How are we? Wait a minute. What are the?
I'm the person. Like this is like the testing when they give the buzz to person, the little shock treatment, and the administrator actually feels bad for the people and goes like, "It's B. Don't do it." And they go, "No, C." Like, ah! Ow! So I'm feeling bad for you at this point.
Kelly Clarkson.
I want you to get all right.
Kelly Clarkson. Can't we just pay somebody like those rich people do?
Can you call Jenny McCarthy and read her the questions as your thing? Here we go. Last, okay.
All right, you know what? We're definitely getting this right.
No, you have to.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Come on, don't think that way. We're going to get this right. One of us is.
Stop.
Go.
I just have a reminder for the media. He's your president, too. This is our president. This is our country. We're celebrating anniversary, 75 years of D-Day. A was at Don Jr., B, Lindsey Graham, C, Rudy Giuliani, D, RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel. Daniel.
Do it again with the
I just
acting.
have a reminder for the media. He's your president, too. This is our president. This is our country. We're celebrating the anniversary. 75 years. Science!
Would he say it like that?
No.
I thought you gave me a hint.
Science. No. Don Jr., Lindsey, the rest says this is a time when we should be celebrating our president, the great achievements of America. Don Jr., Lindsey Graham, Rudy Giuliani, RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel.
Sounds like a politician.
They're all politicians.
Huh? Well, Junior's not.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah. Right. What'd you say, Michele?
Well, I was gonna say that that could be sycophant Rudy, but I don't
But
know that. When has he been talking lately? Where's he?
He's out. He's done. He's
right.
He's gone.
He
I
was
like the
bye-bye.
way you show your work, though. This is very impressive.
Okay, good.
Get your points for this.
Yeah.
So
Because we're getting
Rudy's
this one
out.
right.
Rudy's out. Okay,
Yeah,
'cause
Rudy's
he's
out.
Sort of back to his crib.
I don't think
His
it's
roots.
his crypt. Right.
I don't think it's Junior because it sounds like a politics.
Interesting.
I don't think he can string a sentence together. So
All right, just a reminder for the
back-
media, he's your president too.
Okay, so it's Lindsay or it's the RNC. I kind of think it's Lindsay because I don't
Yeah.
know who the RNC guy is at all.
It's a woman, actually.
That's who I said.
Ronnie,
But
okay, that's right.
I
Maybe you
I'd
split.
lean with
Maybe you should
Lindsay.
split. You couldn't split the answer.
Okay,
split-
we'll
Just to
split
get it right.
All right. Well, no, because I wanted to go all in. But you know what? I'll split it since you did it that way. I'll split.
So you take Ronan McDaniel.
Yes.
And you'll take Lindsey Graham. Wally got it right. Thank Allah. Thank Allah for that one. That was all right. Last one. That's right. Everyone at home just rode up the road here.
Oh no! Right? Like, what?
Wally's Muslim too. So all right, takbir, and all the Muslims are like, what? Allah Akbar. All right, here we go. Last one. Takbir is you say it to people.
Praise Jesus, guys.
It's the same on with them.
Yeah.
Laura Ingraham, Janine Pirro on here, so it's a kind of a fairness. The Republican Party in Senate appears to me to be on the verge of committing absolute suicide. The tragedy is they may take the Great Republic down. Laura Ingraham, Janine Pirro, Lou Dobbs, Sean Hannity. Those are your four.
Pirro's.
She's the judge lady?
Yeah, she loves him.
She really likes him.
Yeah, but
It's about the Republicans.
doesn't sound like her talk though.
All right. So let's rule out
this is
Janine
like her
Pirro.
banana.
I'll help.
This is
We're
like
ruling out
pancake,
Janine Pirro. She's gone. We're down to three.
What about Rudy Giuliani?
He's not.
He's not.
Science. No, it's not. Laura Ingraham, Lou Dobbs, or Sean Hannity.
This feels
It's either. I feel it's either Ingram or Hannity.
okay.
I feel.
Laura still.
I'm
hasn't-
wrong.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm looking at your face.
Okay, then I'll go for
Wait.
Lou Dobbs.
Okay, good.
There you go. Thank God. That was the most fun / worst version of this game we've ever played. We've never seen anything this bad.
I'm not smart.
No, you are, Michelle, but you
God.
don't follow the minutia of this craziness. By the way, breaking news: Trump and Mexico reached an agreement on the migrant crisis. He's not going to impose tariffs. Whatever the deal is, folks, it's going to be illusory at best because Trump had to declare a deal because the Republican Party in the Senate, that last quote was actually important. The Republican Party in the Senate was rebelling against Trump because the tariffs were going to crush a lot of red states, especially like Texas was going to be hurt badly by it, and states along the border were going to be very badly hurt. So
Texas.
Right, so it was going to really hurt them. So there's no so Trump has saved us from his own emergency. This is Trump creates phantom menaces like this, and then he goes, "I saved you from it. It's safe. You're all fine now. I was going to do a bad thing. I'm not going to do the bad thing anymore. # you're welcome." I mean, this is where we are right now. So we have one more break or two more breaks. One more break. All right, then let's do this other topic. Then let's do what Michelle was upset with and talking about earlier, which is Donald Trump gives a speech at the D-Day thing and gets praised. In fact, before that, I want to play a joke by Colbert that helps set it up on another. It's talking about Trump talking to Piers Morgan in the UK and grading on a curve, essentially. And that's what this is right here. So here's clip number 9.
Morgan began by complimenting Trump's behavior around the royal family.
You were unusually, if you don't mind me saying, well behaved last night. You seemed like you were on best behaviour, as if the Queen was somebody that you absolutely wanted to show maximum respect to.
Well, I have great respect for her. And yes, I think I'm on good behavior most of the time, but certainly last night.
Is this how far we've sunk?
Nope.
We're complimenting the president on being well behaved like he's a dog. Who's a good president? Who's a good president? Who's a good? Yes, you are. Who's a good president? Who didn't hump the Queen's leg? You didn't.
So it was a great joke because it touched on the fact that we're on a curve. Now, Piers Morgan's his BFF, but the media did it the next day. We saw it in real time in America. Trump gives a speech at D-Day. Tom Brokaw praises it like perfect tone. Here's Joe Scarborough on MSNBC, who is no fan of Trump, but is praising it. Clip number 10.
The president chose to have the discipline to stick to script and deliver what, again, I believe was the strongest speech of his presidency. And there was one especially beautiful moment.
And then here's a little bit. We won't play the whole Jim Acosta. Here's clip number 11. We'll get out of it. Jim Acosta.
We were all wondering whether he would veer from his remarks, go off of his script there, but he stayed on script, stayed on message, and I think rose to the moment. And as he was talking about those men gathered behind him, he described them as being among the greatest Americans who have ever lived. I mean, that could not be more of a fact check true if we could have found one. And it really was one of those moments that I think Donald Trump needed to rise to in order to, I think, walk away from this cemetery, walk away from this hallowed ground, and have, people back at home saying, you know what, no matter what I think about the current president of the United States, he said the right thing at Normandy.
So there you got the idea. Meanwhile, Trump had literally tweeted hours before this saying that Rachel Maddow's dying in the ratings and I'm so happy and CNN's dying, literally saying insane stuff. But he went there and read a teleprompter without peeing on himself, didn't veer off and embarrass the United States of America. And you're getting this praise. Or to me, there should be, Barack Obama gave countless amazing speeches.
Beautiful
and there was never praise for, wow, he didn't veer off and say something stupid. That was not the
Is he
bar.
wearing a tan suit? He's
right.
doing fine.
Right.
He's doing fine.
Like, the bar cannot be that low that you're going to praise someone for just reading what
It is that low.
But this is
I mean,
effed
it
up.
can't be that low. It is,
It is,
and it's
but
going to
this
get
is so
lower.
effed up. Why? Tell me why.
Why?
Tell me why. Speak, preach, Wali. Allah Akbar. Tell us why.
Because, I mean, look what's going on. I mean, from the beginning, when people voted for this man, he so to speak broke all these rules. He's not presidential. He's not that person that people say, he's representing me. Sports teams don't want to be part of the celebration of winning the highest award in sports. The NBA doesn't want anything to do. I mean, when it's got to a point where this man gets praised for doing his job. And the simple thing of reading a teleprompter, I tell you, 6 months from now, it's going to be like the president tied his shoes by himself. And you know what? That's presidential.
Right. This two sides of the same coin. We talked earlier, like we've been normalized to ridiculous things. In October 2016, he calls for SNL to get canceled. People explode. They go, this is like a dictator.
Yes.
Now we're at a point where we're just applauding because he stayed on teleprompter and did not embarrass the United States of America.
He wanted that military parade.
He's still going to give him on 4th of July. He's going to give a speech at Lincoln Memorial.
At Lincoln
He's still going to do
Memorial.
Like a king, like a
Exactly.
fascist leader.
He's one medal away from being a dictator. You know what I mean? It's like all he needs is like camouflage or even like a khaki jacket, and because
or like a hairless white cat that he pets.
Yeah, and he talks about loyalty. You're loyal to me, or you got like what do you mean loyalty?
Michelle, as a pro-Trump person, what do you think of this whole thing?
Well, I support everything my president does.
He's MAGA. So, how much do you think the media wants Trump? Honestly, the mainstream media, not us. The big media, because we don't care about money here at SiriusXM. We work for fun. I work for free soda. How bad do you think they want cable news, especially wants Trump to win re-election?
I can't think of any other reason why they would be okay with this and say this is okay. I can't believe that every single day we don't wake up to people going, get him away from us. Like, I don't know why the media doesn't say, I'm not even going to say his name anymore because I don't want to give him any more attention. Like, it is a cancer that we could eradicate if we just turned our back on it in a lot of ways. Not against policies, we have to fight all of those, but the fact that we just keep plying on all this attention, and which is what he wants.
Right.
And so the media is like, hey, it's lining our pockets with money.
There you go.
So why wouldn't we stop this?
Do you know how many debates I saw today on air or discussions about him calling Nancy Pelosi Nervous Nancy? There's a new nickname. We have a full panel, and they all slam it and everything like that. But instead of talking about any kind of policy which affects lives, like still the migrant, we can't find hundreds of migrant children. We don't even know where they are. That our government took, separated from their families. And there's a lawsuit in federal court, which we've covered. And the government's answer is, we don't know where they all are. So you took kids from parents with
for private prisons so that we could make money on private prisons.
And if you didn't keep a track of where you were taking them to, that meant you didn't care about them.
You never care.
Right,
It's
you never
an
had any
Excel
intention.
spreadsheet.
Right, you never had any intention of returning their parents as well, because you didn't view them as human beings.
Nope.
And there are countless other issues, from climate change, which should be covered a lot more, and they don't cover it. And our media, it's become the reality show Trump dreamed of, and the more that is, the more he wins. But the more you talk about policy, the worse it is for Donald Trump, because he'll take a victory lap over the weekend. I made a great deal with Mexico. No more migrants. They're all going to stop in Guatemala now. Who knows what's true and what's not? But he threatened tariffs last week out of the blue, and now no tariffs, and he's going to take a victory lap, and the media is going to go, well, he delivered on that one. He delivered on nothing. He created a controversy, a crisis, and stopped the crisis that he created a day before it happened. This is outrageous bullshit.
Yeah, and it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going because media is making so much advertisement space. Advertisement space is so expensive now. And people are like, you know what? We got to get our ad in that time slot. Yeah. Well, you have to pay $3 million for that 60 minutes. Really? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Boom. So so it's making so much money. And so why would you get this man who's making you money? Why would you get him out?
What do we do about it? So what can we do about it? Because I talked about this on the show many times. That, I have friends who are producers at MS and CNN who have talked about like, oh, well, we hate Trump, but in the time of Trump, there's been more raises, more bonuses, more people hired. And then some have said to me, if he loses and ratings go down, and they probably will, not in the beginning, but but at the same time, they have a motivation, even if it's unconscious bias, to help Donald Trump. What can we do on the outside to police the media? Because I think in 2016, we watched the insanity and thought, who cares? He's not going to win. Now we know he could win if this happens again. All that that earned media, they call that $2 billion in free coverage.
Right.
What do you think we do to call out CNN and MS when they do? Because I don't care what Fox does, but I care about CNN and MS.
Right.
Is there anything we can do? You work in the media, Michelle. I mean,
tell us, Michelle, what to do.
I'm going to call up Jenny right now.
Jenny?
I don't watch it, though. Guys.
Yeah, there you go.
But you pay attention. You're well informed.
I'm well informed.
You read. Where do you read it on? Where, though? Do you write it down? She writes it down, and then she reads it. This just in. Hey, there's Jason Johnson.
Hey,
so,
Jason
all right.
Johnson.
So I just saw him in our lobby 5 minutes ago. Now he's on MS. So, all right. I don't know what to do. We have to think about a situation where we can play a role. All of us who are concerned about Trump winning re-election, we know the media is going to be in bed either subtly or explicitly in his favor. How do we call this out and change it?
Let's just keep it real, man. Come on. There you go. All right. And you got to eat it.
No, guys, don't do that. That's against everything.
Okay.
Why do we have to break, Lauren? Don't we have two? We have one. I'd be like, we're going to lose. I mean, I'd be honest. I would not say it on the radio. I'd pretend. But I honestly believe that we won that. And we flipped 7 governorships, which is really important. We flipped 7 states from red to blue.
Right.
And the polling right now in key states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, so Trump down a lot in Michigan. Without Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin, he loses. He can't win. He can win all the rest of the other states. Forget Florida.
Right.
But if those polls stay where they are, we win. We are too far away for these polls to mean anything from now. I actually think that if the Democrat, our nominee, runs a good campaign and we unite, there's not this split, I think we win. I honestly do.
I'm telling you right now, this man is like a tsunami of...
He's the devil. He's Satan.
He's the tsunami of pus.
Satan.
He's
a pus monster.
He just has this momentum that people...
Pus.
He's going to... listen, I think we just got to ride it out to 2024.
From the beauty of Canada? From the beauty of Mexico?
No, he's going to get reelected. And we have to ride that wave, ride that rough storm until 2024.
Lauren, the woman who drafted those tough questions that made you guys not look good, wants us to break right now. So we have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Dean Obadala Show right after this.
Lauren,
Dean Obadala Show on Sirius XM Progress 127.
listening to What Just Happened with everyone's favorite host, Dean Obidala.
And welcome back to the Dean Obidala Show. The insanity of our conversation in the break. We're stunned here. Here with Wali Collins and Michele Laikowski. With Wali, the street maps of where she runs, and it's always a penis shape. And we're laughing like children here. We're giddy. It's like Beavis and Butthead. Why, so you just chose. So does it make you run faster? What is the point of it?
Makes you run faster.
Or slower?
Well, it makes me raise money for cancer. I know that sounds ridiculous, but
oh my God. It's like you're like a 10-year-old boy. You're like a 12-year-old boy.
You're like a frat.
I've been running 365 days a year plus.
Every day? You don't take any days off? Your knees don't
I'm fine. It's been I started right before Memorial Day last year. And I was like, I'm just going to try this. And then I kept trying it. And then I was going to stop at the 26th or 24th or whatever day in May. And I didn't stop. Okay, we got to go.
No, we have a minute. 1 full minute.
Okay. So
people can sponsor
then I got bored. And then I was like, I'm gonna run in the shape of a dick.
Hey, does Jenny McCarthy run with you at all? No.
No, but she has given me a lot of money to run these
All right,
dicks.
so if people want to give money to the penis and run,
go to my Instagram at Mo Laikowski and
Mo Laikowski.
Mo Laikowski.
No website, because a lot of people might.
That would be great. Wouldn't that be smart?
Yeah. All right. So you have to have Instagram. Go sign up for Instagram, folks, and then you can get a thing and give money to a great cause. And thank you. And Wali, where can people follow you as you're running in some shape of some bodily organ or something? Thanks, Lauren and Matt, for doing a great job tonight, especially for stumping these two.